Hello, everyone, and welcome to Budget Life with Paula. We are here today to close out the month of January financially and, um, just see how things went and how I spent and what I saved and see what all happened in the month of January. If you are new here, I want to say hello. Thank you so much for joining me on today. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. If you are a returning subscriber and viewer, I want to say thank you guys so much for checking in on me today. Well, January is just about done with, and I think I did pretty good with my finances this month. I am excited to see what February has for me and what I am going to be doing in the month of February. Let's see. I got all of that good stuff out of the way, I think. So let's just jump right into seeing what took place, okay, with January. Not a whole lot of ups and downs. This binder or notebook or budget planner I purchased for myself from Amazon, and then my kiddos purchased the exact same one for me for Christmas last year, so I'm using that for my Etsy. So we'll be doing a closeout with Etsy soon as well. All right, so first things first, let's just talk about how I set up my January. So I'm gonna zoom in a little bit for you guys. Hopefully you guys can see that. So we started off with the scripture for the month, and that is, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. That is Philippians 4:13, I believe. I actually wrote the actual scripture in my Etsy book, and I think it is Philippians 4:13. And then, so that scripture is what we held on to. I encouraged myself throughout the month of January and February. I will be meditating and encouraging myself with another Bible scripture. So after that, then we have our our financial goals. I think I added one extra one. So let's just talk it through. The first one was pay or prepare for my tax prep fees of $350. That one, not exactly. We only was able to do, and I probably need to write this in a different different color. Let's do it in blue. For January, I saved $200, so we've got another $150 to save for in February. So that sinking fund or goal will roll over to February. So that's what I'm going to do. If I don't completely fulfill it or accomplish it or fully fund it, it's going to roll over to the next month. Caleb's field trip, that was more so a reminder versus a financial goal, but I did put it up here, and yes to that one. We'll do a check there. I did fully fund that. Pay medical bills and keep my credit card monthly under budget. I said here at the beginning of the month that I budgeted for $300, but when I look at my weekly check-in, I actually set it for $400. I'm going to check this as yes. I think that was the third one. Even though I've got another recording to do to check in on, I think, this actual week, the last week of January. And I believe we're going to stay under $400. That $400, just so you know, includes my monthly subscriptions and memberships that I have on that credit card. And the additional one, it's not really additional, it's still number 3, is medical bills. I was not able to accomplish that goal in the month of January, and that's really okay. I am going to roll that over into February and then add to my savings. Yes, and what I consider my savings, and I put this in parentheses, is my emergency fund cash envelope. I was able to add to that this month. So that gets a yes. I'll just put a little box there and then I'll check it. Okay, so I wanted to go over what I planned for the month financially, my scripture, and then we'll go right into how things worked out. If you're new here, I want to let you know that I do have my weekly paycheck breakdown. So my incomes, this is what I use, and yeah, it is Philippians. I wrote it here, Philippians 4:13. So I use these worksheets to break down my three incomes. So I believe those videos are in my playlist. You'll be able to see those. So I pull the numbers from these worksheets when I get ready to close it out. So let's now take a look at what happened. I do not, up here at the top, I don't list my actual incomes. I list what I'm planning to budget with, and work with, and then what actually I had. And of course, those numbers come from the worksheets I just showed you. What else is missing? Oh yes, my deductions that you don't see, my tithe, my current house obligations, because we live with my sister, and my house down payment for the purchase of our new home. So I don't list those in any of my videos, so you won't see that filled in the budget. But there's some other things, expenses and things you will see. Okay, so let's go row by row now. I'll try to zoom in a little bit more so you can see. All right, so phone bills stay the same, health insurance stay the same, truck insurance stay the same, my P.O. box stay the same. Capital One, I budgeted $800, but I didn't need $800. So I budgeted $300, and actually I need to change that to $400. According to my check-in, it's actually $400. And we'll go from there. I put a little red dot because it says a reminder. This amount may not be accurate due to the weekly check-in that I have to record and see, because we're still in the middle of the last week of January. So we'll catch that up. So let's quickly add up the amount. I hope you guys are doing well so far today. So this is $10.89. Okay. Nice weather we're having. I think this week it seems to be that everyone is having some warmer weather. I just want to double check to make sure that number is right. 65, and then not 3, but 400. So yeah, because it didn't seem like it was right. 362 plus 262 plus 140 plus 65 plus 400. Right. Didn't seem right. So it's 1229. I was like, that number is really, really low. So 1229. Excuse me, guys. All right, so with our variables, my gas was $4.50 as I budgeted. I was $30 under with my food budget of $5.70. $600 was what I budgeted for. That was great. Household took $100. 3 stock ups. That is my stocking up on my meats, pantry, and household. I was able to increase it to $75, and then, like I mentioned before, I was only able to take out $200. And so we will do the adding up to see what happened in my variables. So that is $13.95. I like to do it again just to be sure. $4.50, $5.70, $100, $75, and $200. Yep, $13.95. Okay, so $13.95 there. My family expenses, haircut was $30. The kiddos all got $15 a piece this month. I gave myself $100 because I got my nails done, and then my sister and I went out in the month of in this month, January. um, Jordan's driver's ed class was only about 65, 64 and some change, so 65. That's fine. Nothing in our hair appointment envelope. And then Caleb's field trip was 160. So let's add that up. 30. I'm doing the 15 times 3, 45 plus 100, 60, 160. Let's do that again. It says 400. 30, 45 for the kids, 100, 65, and then 160. 400. Yep, 400. Now, in my miscellaneous, I don't know if you guys can see it. I may have to zoom out. The event, I had an event, unexpected event, so that was miscellaneous, $50. Now, question, right? When there's unexpected, that's basically what this buffer up here is for. But what I did was I chose to just cash flow that $50, and I did not take it from my buffer. So sometimes if I think about it, I'll go into my buffer because that's where the events and miscellaneous things should be coming from, depending on how much it'll be. But then sometimes I don't, because I'm not always thinking about buffer. In my mind, I was like, buffer is the account, and I'm just gonna put money in it, kind of like a savings. It's there, but not really there. But yeah, so that's just something that you may see me do, where I may actually take it out of my cash flow it and see where, or I may take it from my actual buffer. So yeah, I just want to let you guys know that. And that's a total of $50. That was unexpected, but it was good to do. Am I going to do a separate envelope and savings challenge for it right now? No, not really, because I'm really targeting sinking funds and getting some things accomplished. If I know ahead of time that I'm going to have a girls' night or something like that, I will plug it into my mama's money fund. So, and then in my family fund, the kids have their thing, or so we'll make it work. We'll see how it goes this year. How about that? We'll see how it goes. This is just the first month of the year, so we'll see. Okay, trying to get where you guys can see a little bit more. Savings and sinking funds. Buffer got 49. Buffer received 49. Kids bank automatic deposit into their accounts, $90. That's a total for all three. Medical bills, we said received nothing. Mini savings challenges received $80, which helped fund my sinking funds. So my mini savings challenges really did help fund my sinking funds. And I have a video of what my sinking funds are or were for the month of January. So that's what that is for. That received $80. Emergency fund, which is my cash envelope, which is a part of my sinking funds, received $110. My house binder received $181. So that was a very, very good thing. My senior daughter, she's a senior in high school. She has a separate binder for all of that senior everything, and then getting ready for college life received $80. And then Shout Out Your Shop received $32. Shout Out Your Shop is a video that I am doing at the end of every month, where we shout out small businesses, and we also contribute small amounts to certain donations, certain organizations, where I am slowly saving up to help certain organizations. That received $32. Let's add everything up now. I may put a pause on my saving up for a little bit, because I've got something major coming up pertaining to the new house, and I need for those funds to go towards that. So just as a heads up, that says 622. You guys can't see it because I'm not in camera. Not in film. Let's do it again. 49, 90, 80, 110, 181, 80, 32. Yep, 622. So what I was saying is I may put a freeze on my shout out your shop donations because I am needing to save up for some things pertaining to the new house. So I need for money to go towards that for the for a little bit. And I'm that I just really thought about that. So yeah, we'll think about it some more, and just so you guys will know. All right. So you may not see that row being filled in my budget, even in my income budget. So let's total up everything now and see what we were able to actually work with for the month of January. Okay, it says 36.96. Wow, 36.96. So it looks like I over budgeted for the month because I was budgeting really high for Capital One. So I was able to work with $3,696, which is a difference of $230. Okay, so looking at it, yeah, I came under budget, but I was able to cover everything. So sometimes I don't know if this is what you all have in when you're closing out your budget. If my bills are paid, variables, we were able to eat and drive and get back and forth to school. We had some family expenses and we saved. I don't see that that's a bad thing. I think my hiccup was over budgeting for Capital One. I may now just going forward and Capital One really give myself at the beginning of the month a certain amount, and I may want to stick with 400 for the next couple of months. Just say I'm budgeting 400, and I think that will do. Yeah, I probably, and then that was the $30 here. So it was $230 from Capital One and food. I'm great. Not a problem about, food. Always great to go under budget with food. But I think I was really shooting for high. But yeah, other than that, I don't see anything that I really need to tighten up on. I really want to save more in emergency fund and really try to accomplish my sinking funds, fully funding those. And we're going to get better at that as we go. You guys, that's all I have. Thank you so much for hanging in there. Oh, no, it's not all I have. I'm sorry, because this book has so much more. So hang in there. I hope you guys didn't leave me. Let's talk about this. This closing out of the month for this budget planner. It says monthly budget review. All right, so it says balance from last month. We don't have that information, so I won't be able to do a difference. But let's do this. Total income. We'll do this. We'll write the same. The total expenses, and that's for everything, right? That was a 36 total expenses, 36.96. We're going to use that 36.96 as our income, and our expenses 36.96. Total savings this month was 622. And then balance forward. I forgot what they said that meant, and I don't have that little guide. I don't think I do. Is it in? It's not in there. I'm checking to see. Yeah. Ooh, I have it. So it says, let's find it, because I forget what that meant. Setup, track, monthly review. Does it explain? I gotta take my glasses off. That's crazy. I gotta take my glasses off. Balance forward equals, I don't know if you guys can see that. Balance forward means forward from last month plus difference equals total savings. Subtract total savings. Well, we can't do that right now because we don't have the difference and the balance from last month. Okay, putting my glasses back on, you guys. Go watch over, just a little commercial side note. Go watch Katie of the House if you haven't. She mentioned in her Transfer Tuesdays that I believe she's going to start wearing glasses, and I always have my glasses on, but it's getting so weird. I have to take them off to reclose and then put them back on. Put them back on when I'm looking far away. So whatever, I forget the back and forward, what that means. Far-sighted, nearsighted, stigmatism, just all of those things. I have to wear corrected vision. So yeah. So I'm not able to do that this month, but I'm looking forward to do it in the month of February, closing it out, because we have this information from January to propel. I was going to say propel. Isn't that great? Nice big word. Propel forward for February. So going into February, I don't know. Do I want to do the I don't want to do the thing here. The spread the what is this? A pie chart thing just yet. Got to work on that. Not all that experience with that yet. But let's answer these questions. Did I achieve this month's goals? Some of them. Some goals were achieved. Why and why not? That would be funds were not available. So maybe reevaluating my budget and really seeing, okay, am I able to accomplish these goals this month? So that's a good thing. Where did I have the most trouble? Okay, so looking back, right? Where did I have the most trouble? I think my trouble was budgeting too high for Capital One. Yeah. I'll say over budgeted, and my Cap One expense. And honestly, it's not so much trouble. I will say I would like to have more money in my buffer at the bank, would be a takeaway. I don't even know if I have gotten into that question yet. And then possibly working on anticipating what the upcoming month expenses will look like. I want to really prepare myself more, if that is at all possible. I mean, how much more prepping can you do to prepare for something that you don't know might happen? So I guess that's where the cushions, the buffer, miscellaneous savings will come from. I think that's what it is, because I really don't want to do that dipping into envelopes like I did. I did a lot of that last year. So I want to work on being more prepared. So what I learned this month by tracking my expenses was, like I just basically said, being more prepared for unexpected expenses. And what was I gonna say? I want to do more savings. And I'll just say budget for, I know this is going to be a repeat, upcoming month. It's just a repeat of what I just said. Upcoming months. But I just want to write it down. What could I have improved? What could I improve this month? What could I improve this month? I think more savings. Like I said, I think I want to save more. And I know that you can only do but what you can do with your income. And right now my plate is full. I am super busy mom. So, other than Etsy being my side hustle, I can't right now do any extra side hustles. What could I have improved this month? I'm really looking at maybe in December, knowing that like school things like field trips would be coming up. I could have prepared for that in December a little bit better. That way it wouldn't have been such a huge chunk coming out during January, because January was when the money was due and I was actually saving large amounts for in January, in the same month that it's due. So preparing, how can we say that? Preparing for upcoming expenses better. Sorry if I am shaking the camera, and I don't know if you can see my writing better, by using sinking fund goals. And I'm doing that. I just started this month with that. Looking at January and setting sinking funds for January. But, thinking about it, y'all, I'm thinking about maybe my sinking funds goals in February should be what is due for March. What's due for March, because that'll be great. So using sinking fund goals. Yeah, using sinking fund goals. But for my example, I am going to say in February, set goals for March expenses. Because it's almost like I want to do it ahead. Almost like what people do for a month ahead kind of thing. So yeah, that's very important. I like these questions. It causes me to think. It causes me to reevaluate and try something new. So you guys, yeah, thanks for really hanging in there with me. We'll see what February brings. I have my notes here all in my planner. This was very, very, very good. I love the thought process. I love doing this. And we'll see how it works. You guys are holding me accountable as I record. Like while I'm recording and posting it, it's holding me accountable. So you all are holding me accountable. You're leaving me comments. And I really greatly appreciate it, because you guys are my financial family. You're my budgeting family, and I appreciate all of your comments, tips, advice. And if you have anything that you are doing that I could, maybe learn from or even try. I don't want to get, to doing too many things. I want to make it work for me, but it's always good to hear what works for you. So I appreciate you guys staying with me. You guys have a great rest of your day or night, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.